Hey guys, it's Stephen Freeborn here from freeborntrainingsystems.com. And real quick, I just wanted to give you a tip on that about how to know if you're using the right weight for the amount of reps or the amount of sets that you're doing in a workout. It's kind of a question that I answer a lot as a coach, and it's one of the questions that I really have no scientific answer for, in the sense that when you're not doing any workout that's based on a particular percentage of a 1 rep max or a 10 rep max, and I think for most general population people, establishing those rep maxes aren't always that beneficial. The intensity or the amount of weight we use is a lot of times subjective based on that particular day. That's why I become a pretty big fan of a term known as autoregulation in your training, meaning you simply just set up a rate of perceived exertion scale using something like a 1 to 10 or a 1 to 5. Usually the more numbers can help stratify that subjective intensity a little bit more. But essentially the way you use it is on one day, 3 sets of 8 reps on, say, the dumbbell bench press. That may be, if we're shooting for an RPE of 8 out of 1 to 10, one day that RPE of 8 might be, say, 50 pounds for 3 sets of 8. But the next time you come in to do the dumbbell bench press at 3 sets of 8 reps, perhaps you didn't get much sleep, or your recovery wasn't quite as good, or your nutrition's not been on point. And so that day, the RPE of 8 for 3 sets of 8 reps on the dumbbell bench press may be a 40 or a 45, less weight than what you did before. But that auto-regulation, though, helps us make sure we pinpoint our intensity to where we want to be. Very similar to the way we would use percentages of 1 rep max to assign a particular intensity for a set and rep scheme. Only auto-regulation is somewhat more beneficial because we can tailor our intensity based on all the other variables that impact our recovery and our performance inside and outside the gym. So when you ask the question, what is the appropriate weight for this set and rep scheme, it's hard for somebody who's not you to answer that question. It really has to be based on how you're feeling and how you've performed over the last week or the last month, how well you've recovered in the last 24 hours. So a lot of times it comes down to this unscientific approach of picking up a weight, doing a set. If it feels really, really heavy and higher than your targeted rate of perceived exertion on your 1 through 10 scale, you need to drop the weight down so it's closer to what your goal intensity is. If you pick it up and it feels super, super light and nowhere near your rate of perceived exertion from 1 to 10, then you need to bump the weight up a little bit. It's a very inexact science, but that's how it works. And that's how I approach it myself, especially on things where I'm not using a percentage of a set rep max. So try that out. It's auto-regulation. I'll even link to an article I wrote about this concept in the post above. I think you'll get a lot out of it. I think it'll be a really interesting approach for you to try out something new, something that maybe you haven't heard of before or tried before. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. But until then, I hope you guys try out some auto-regulation. Keep kicking ass at life, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.